Hey guys, Double here, and welcome to a new Double's Opinions. Yay, OMG, yeah. The series is gonna be a little different in the sense that before a lot of people now know, that the intent of the original series was to still give my opinions, but give them in a sort of way to piss off the fanboys of that series, or of whatever I'm doing. And yeah, I used to have pictures and stuff on the screen, but now you're obviously seeing gameplay of Melee. I just decided it's easier to record gameplay for these than to go through and do all the picture stuff that I used to do. And there's some points where there's nothing that I'd want to picture on the screen. I'm like, okay, do I just put a black screen, or do I extend the last used picture? So yeah, that's why I'm using gameplay now. Yeah, the original or the new style I'm gonna be going for is just sort of a ranting type thing, just because I feel like ranting. If you were a follower of when I was on Flood Games and Blaze Kick, then they're kind of like my editorials on that, except this won't be scripted because I hate scripts. I like writing, but I hate reading scripts, so they're not scripted. I think that's it. So, tomorrow, or today, or yesterday, depending on when you watch this, there will be a Super Smash Bros. Nintendo Direct. It's a Nintendo Direct basically only talking about Smash Bros. And I'm going to be talking about what I think is going to be there. So, first off, thinking back, the only sort of major Nintendo Directs that were based on a specific game were the Pokemon one that revealed Pokemon X and Y, the Pokemon one for Pokemon Bank, and the Wonderful 101 Direct. So, I'm trying to sort of base my stuff around those, and from what I recall, I wasn't, well, I'm still not interested in Wonderful 101, so I honestly don't remember that one very much, but from the Pokemon ones, at least the Pokemon Bank, I can't remember the one that revealed X and Y, but the Pokemon Bank, how it went through, was it gave a little history about Pokemon. No, that was the X and Y one. It gave a little history about Pokemon, and then near the very end, I think it was a half-hour direct, and the very end had a minute-long trailer. It probably wasn't half an hour, it was probably 15 minutes. So, as much as people are getting super hyped, being like, oh, Smash Bros. Direct, there's going to be 5 new characters and all that, I don't think so. Personally, I said this on Twitter, but personally, I feel there was supposed to be a Nintendo Direct around now, or Nintendo's did have stuff for PAX, but they decided not to, because there was a ton of Mario Kart 8 stuff, including a new trailer, and a Smash Bros. Direct within a week of each other. So, I just think that there was supposed to be a Nintendo Direct, and either they couldn't get enough stuff to warrant it, if all they had was Mario Kart and Smash Bros., then that would be a really stupid Direct. Already a lot of the Direct is showing off a game that's already out, or that we've seen a bunch, the last Direct was the day of DK Tropical Freeze in Japan, and a week before it everywhere else, and they were still showing that off, and I was like, wow. So, I'm kind of glad that, if that's the case, that they chose to do it how they are, which I think is. So, what I think is going to happen is they're going to go over sort of a brief little history. Of course, it would be a lot harder because the Smash Bros. Games There's only 3 of them, and besides, like, if you want to go into beta elements, they really don't have much of a history. Like, Pokemon, it sort of went over storyline stuff, I think. But Smash Bros., like, Brawl was the only one really with a storyline, and even then, it was barely a storyline. It was like these evil guys are turning everyone to trophy statue things, and you have to stop them. But then it turns out they were being controlled by this other evil guy, and there's this evil group. Rayquaza's there, and Ridley's there for some reason. So yeah. What I do think, I think there will be a newcomer because, and by newcomer I mean character that wasn't in Melee or Brawl, because of that. And I think Sakurai might choose to reveal a veteran just because it's been 6 weeks, I think, since the last character at all. So 2 sort of right here would be probably making up for that. I don't know why it was so long. Again, something sort of making me think there was supposed to be a direct. Maybe a little earlier. But I don't know. And maybe a new stage that like goes along with that character or something. Like the Punch-Out stage was revealed to be Little Max. We already had the Mario Galaxy stage before Rosalina, though. So I'm not sure if we can take too much from that. Who I think the newcomer's gonna be. Well, something I posted on Twitter earlier was before Smash, or before the last Nintendo Direct, I had the day before I had the Punch-Out theme stuck in my head all day. Then Lil Mac was revealed. And then today, I've had the Kid Icarus Uprising, or is it just Uprising? I think they have the same theme, it's just Uprising is more updated. But I've had the Kid Icarus theme stuck in my head all day, so I'm gonna have to go with Palutena being revealed. The veteran fighter, probably Wario, Yoshi, or Ice Climbers. I really want Ice Climbers for some reason. I decided when I was playing Melee, I'm gonna play as Ice Climbers, and I actually quite like the Ice Climbers. So I'm really hoping, because Sakurai did say Ice Climbers might not return, I'm really hoping they do. And so I'm guessing Yoshi, Wario, or Ice Climbers, and Palutena. Also, those 3 don't really have a game that Sakurai could tie in with. Yoshi, I guess, could have Yoshi's New Island. Does that even have a tentative release date in Japan? Like, season or anything in Japan? It's weird. It's like, for some reason, Kirby came out way before they had or in Japan, way before there's a release date anywhere else, and now Yoshi came out everywhere else before there's a release date in Japan. I don't know, it's weird. I would have preferred it the other way around, to be honest. But I guess they could do Yoshi's New Island, depending on if that comes out before Smash Bros. In Japan. Because revealing Yoshi after Smash Bros. Would be kind of weird. Plus, I have a feeling the Miiverse pictures aren't going to keep being updated. The official site might, but I have a feeling Miiverse isn't. And maybe every once in a while they'll add a new character, because Brawl, none of the unlockable characters besides Snake and Sonic were revealed before the game released, apparently. I went through the dojo and looked at their updates. So Too Long didn't listen. I don't know why you'd skip to 9:30, but I don't think there's going to be an official release date for the game. I think they might narrow it to a month. Like, I jokingly said October 17th would be its release. I highly doubt that. But I think they'll narrow it to a month, like somewhere probably between September and November. Palutena, as well as Wario, Yoshi, or Ice Climbers, and a stage. I would say a stage for Palutena, but we already have a Kid Icarus stage on both systems. Maybe actual video footage of Palutena's temple finally. Yeah, that's about it, I think. So, what do you think is gonna be at the Smash Bros. Direct? Leave that stuff in the comments and, well, you can get bragging rights if you're right. Bye, people.